place I'm running hard. I'm trying to fill it with the stars. I don't feel like I am every time I ask myself why. And my heart is turned to me. Save you in my memory. 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 Save you in my Save you in my memory. Have a place I'm running hard. I'm trying to fill it with the stars. I don't feel like I am every time I ask myself why. And my heart is turned to me. Save you in my memory. 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 Save you in my Save you in my memory. Have a place I'm running hard. I'm trying to fill it with the stars. I don't feel like I am every time I ask myself why. And my heart is turned to me. Save you in my memory. 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 Save you in my Save you in my memory.
Well, first thing I would say is thank you. Thank you for everything that you've done for over the past 4 years for sure, and the last 12 years for a lot of you, 13 years for a lot of you. We enjoyed every second of it. We're going to miss you, and we thank you, and we know it was tough. We know that last year was tough. We know that this year was tough, but the biggest thank you possible because you rose to the occasion. You fought through all the pandemic, and you stayed together as a class. So thank you, and good luck to each and every one of you.
My suggestion to all of the class of 2021 is to focus on the steps before you, in front of you. Don't concentrate on the staircase. Small steps each day will lend itself to great results. The class of 2021 has often been characterized as the most spirited class we've ever had at Kirkwood High School. And with that, the saying goes that you never take the spirit out of a child. I don't want any of you to let anyone squash your spirit, because those who have spirit are those who make change in the world. So go and be the change.
I would say first, I'd like to say thank you to the entire class of 2021 for all of the amazing memories we've created over the course of the 4 years at KHS. And I would say one of the things I'd like you to do is just go out in life and have some great adventures, and keep working hard. That work ethic goes so much further than anything else in life. My other piece of advice is spend time in nature. I think that's one of the healthiest things you can do. Reach out to others when you need it. And you always have a place to call home when you come back. So go out and do awesome things, but you know you have a home at KHS.
Have a place I'm running hard. I'm trying to fill it with the stars. I don't feel like I am. Every time I ask myself why, and my heart is turned to me. Saving my memory, saving my memory, saving my memory. Saving my memory. Have a place I'm running hard. I'm trying to fill it with the stars. I don't feel like I am. Every time I ask myself why, and my heart is turned to me. Saving my memory, saving my memory, saving my memory. Saving my memory, saving my
Please rise for the playing of our national anthem. Members of the Kirkwood American Legion Post 156 Color Guard are presenting the colors: Mike Lavin, Nick Olam, Chuck Shooter, and Rick Stream.
Class of 2021, you may be seated. Good evening. My name is Dr. Mike Havener, and I'm the principal of Kirkwood High School, and welcome to the graduation exercises of the great KHS class of 2021. We are here to celebrate the collaboration of family, teachers, and friends who have helped guide each of you to this uniquely American rite of passage. We are here to celebrate everyone in this arena, but mainly the students of the great class of 2021. First of all, I want us to thank and celebrate our teachers and the staff of the Kirkwood School District. The teachers at Kirkwood High School inspire, encourage, and push kids to heights that many never dreamed possible. One of the greatest parts of my job for the past 27 years is to be able to go into each classroom at Kirkwood High School to see these master teachers in action. Our teachers have helped shape the lives of our kids. I would like to invite all current and former Kirkwood teachers and staff to stand so we can say thank you for your dedication to helping all students, and especially those in the class of 2021. Teachers and staff, please stand. Second, I want to welcome the parents of our students. I'm sure that you remember the first day of kindergarten like it was yesterday. Some of you may remember that August day in 2017 when Miss Vielewald and I met with you and warned you how quickly these 4 years would pass. I'm sure that you can't believe that you blinked and your kids have completed high school. I'm aware that graduation day is a transition in the lives of our students, but it marks a huge transition for the parents too. For some of you, this is your first high school graduation. For some of you, it's your last. Your lives are getting ready to change as much as your kids. Parents, this is your moment too. I would like all parents of the class of 2021 to stand so we can thank you for the countless hours that you have spent to help your kids arrive at this moment in their lives. Parents, please stand. It is now my pleasure to introduce the other persons on the platform. To accept the class of 2021 for the Kirkwood Board of Education, Ms. Jean Marie Andrews, President. And Dr. David Ulrich, Superintendent. Also joining us on stage tonight, our 12th grade principal, Mrs. Jessica Vielewald. 12th grade counselor, Mrs. Rachel Chosich. And the 12th grade secretary, Miss Paula Martin. Each year, the seniors have the opportunity to try out for the honor of being a graduation speaker and are selected by a panel of KHS staff. Our speakers tonight will be Joseph Burke and Anna DeMarco. Joseph will lead us off with the first presentation. Anna, I know I didn't tell you this, but come on up here so it's not so far a long walk for you. Sorry, Joseph, I should have told you that.
everybody. Hi, my name's Joey Burke. And I know just as well as you do that sometimes graduation speeches can drag on a bit. So today I'm just going to give you all practical advice. And since I can't stand up here all day to do that, I've kept this advice at just 3 things. But before we begin, I'd like to start with a little disclaimer. I'm also 18, so ask someone older than me if these things are right before you put them into effect. Without further ado, here is Joey's advice that's trademarked. Number 1, get a skill. There are a lot of aspects of yourself that you probably like. Your opinions on music, the way you dress, your oddball friends, and there are also a lot of aspects that you probably don't like. How you look in pictures, what to do with your hands when you don't have pockets, and that funny way you walk when you think people are looking at you. But in my opinion, none of that matters if you aren't good at something. I don't care what it is you plan to get good at. Welding, music, engineering, plumbing. Now is the time to do it. The next 10 years of your life should be devoted first and foremost to figuring out what your skill will be and then developing it. Now, some paths you all are going to take are going to be harder than others. If you want to be a musician or an artist, for instance, you might have to spend a few nights in what I like to call the Honda Civic Hotel. But if you really want to do it and you focus monomaniacally to achieving it, you'll get there. Advice 2, be a nice person. Some people say that high school is a popularity contest, and when you get to the real world, things won't be that way. But in all honesty, I think it's the opposite. In high school, you can be super abrasive, but as long as you show up to class on time and perform well, you'll succeed. However, in the real world, it's pretty much the opposite. You could be the world's best graphic designer, but if you're just a rude and unlikable person, your employer probably won't care. They're not going to remember your great poster design. You're going to remember how you took their parking spot the other day. So for your own sake, and for everyone else's, please be someone that people like working with. Finally, advice number 3. What would you say is the world's most valuable resource? Diamonds? Uranium? Oil? Wrong. The world's greatest resource is time. And right now, you all have a Taj Mahal of it. But to be honest, this speech is probably cutting down on it just a little bit. Any billionaire or even trillionaire worth their salt would give anything to have as much time as you do right now. Now, a lot of you will probably be tempted to spend the next 10 years sleeping till 2 in the afternoon, playing video games all day, and just generally messing around. And to be honest with you, that does sound pretty dope. However, it wouldn't be a good use of your time. And if you really just have to go to that 4-day party at Brad's house, just be cognizant of what you're doing, wasting your most valuable resource. I heard once that if you do the math, your time is worth about $200 an hour. Would you pay someone $200 an hour to sleep all day for 10 years? Finally, I'd like to end by saying this. Don't get too high-strung on any of the things I've just told you. Take it as advice from a friend, not a sage mentor, but someone who's in a pretty similar place to you. I want to see everyone here today be as successful as they can be. And maybe I'm just telling you this because I can see my own anxiety in a lot of you today. And I can sympathize with that. The paths we're taking will be challenging, and I'm nervous about it too. But hey, I'm still going to try. So if you don't remember anything I've told you up here today, just remember this. Do good work out there, guys.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today is an exciting day. Today we are graduating. Now, I'd like to first take this chance to recognize my family who didn't know I was doing the speech today, so surprise. And to also appreciate all those who played a part in shaping our time here at KHS. To our wonderful families, teachers, counselors, coaches, Mrs. Viewald and Dr. Hafner, you've exceeded all expectations these past 4 years, and we cannot thank you enough for the tremendous efforts you put into getting this class to the Shape Its arena. I mean, our high school football field. Now, graduates, I don't know if you know me, but I'm Anna DeMarco. We went to high school together. Of course, I won't claim to know each and every one of you personally because in a class of almost 500, none of us do. But that doesn't make us complete strangers. Maybe I used your quiz at sophomore year. Maybe you poured baby powder into my hands at a football game. Maybe we just held the doors from outside open for one another during passing periods. One way or another, everyone on this field has crossed paths and will always be connected by our shared time here at Kirkwood High School. It was only 4 years ago that we arrived at the high school. As young, timid freshmen, we found ourselves awkwardly crowding in the back of student sections at football games and dancing to Mo Bamba at homecoming in the sweaty Webster High gym. We got booed by all the upperclassmen at pep rallies, and for those of us who knew our place, we ate our lunch on the floor in the commons. But even with these freshman hardships, KHS was a new and exciting world, and we were just getting started. Sophomore year, we gained some confidence. Some may argue we got a little too confident. We upgraded from the floor to the tables during lunch, could now avoid getting lost on the way to class, and most importantly of all, we just weren't freshmen. We finally felt like high schoolers. I think the number one factor in that was the jingling of new car keys we'd swing around to show off that we could finally drive. We felt powerful strutting into the Essex lot, overwhelmed by a feeling of freedom as we opened the door to our illegally parked vehicle. In fact, I feel as though sitting passenger in Taylor Lossie's car, as she accidentally rammed into the car of an old woman picking up her grandchildren, was a sort of rite of passage for me. Kind of like a symbol of the liberation we receive as teenagers when getting our license. Now, I'm not sure the lady whose car we hit felt that way, but nonetheless, our sophomore results were moving up at KHS. Then came junior year. You know, the junior year of high school often doesn't get the respect it deserves. Kind of like the middle child, junior year gets lost between the fear and excitement of the first years of high school and the joy and bravado of our senior year. It is often defined solely by ACT and AP testing. But for the class of 2021, junior year will always be remembered as a year that tested our ability to persevere when things began to spiral. With the last quarter of our year unexpectedly going online and we were forced into quarantine, this class and our staff showed admirable grit as we maneuvered school through a computer without any preparation. Some of us may have actually caught the COVID-19 virus during this time, but most of us probably became victim to an arguably more infectious disease, commonly known as early onset senioritis. Symptoms include forgetting to turn in schoolwork, skipping optional Zoom calls, and asking that kid that you kind of know from 8th grade algebra if he has the homework answers for honors bio. But he didn't do it either, by the way. And now I bring you back to the present, graduation day. Class of 2021, we are done with high school. We are through with the stressful days of ACT testing and trying to explain the weekly missing assignment emails to our parents. And as we close our door at Kirkwood High School today, I hope you look back fondly at all that you've achieved. Because even with the limitations this year brought, this class never stopped pushing through. Students won state championships, put on school musicals, excelled in journalism, and received National Merit Awards all during a pandemic. We had virtual pep rallies, a social distance welcome the freshman day, and got to end our year with a week dedicated to senior activities in person with the help of our class officers. So, as I stand here today in front of all my incredible classmates, I think back to a quote I once saw on Dr. Arquette's wall in a 7th grade classroom. Life isn't about finding yourself, life is about creating yourself. Of course, at the time, I often used that quote to show off my Doc Rock impression, but I can now use it to encourage this class to go on and believe in our ability to take on the world. Together, we've gone through what no other class had before, and did so with a type of perseverance that fills me with so much hope for our futures. So, whether or not you think you've found yourself in high school, I promise that you've more than proven your ability to overcome obstacles. Class of 2021, you've made it here against all odds, and I know that you'll keep on creating yourselves for the rest of your lives. I'm just glad that we got to start here, together as one. Thank you. Thank you.
How about a round of applause? 2 great speeches. Thank you very much. Great job. I would now ask Jessica Vielwald to come up to the podium and introduce students with a GPA of 4.0 and above. Ms. Vielwald?
It is my pleasure at this time to share with you the wonderful record of academic achievement this class has established. Of course, I cannot read all of the names of our high achievers, but let me read the name of those students who, on a weighted honor scale system, have achieved magnificently. I will ask each student to stand and remain standing. I will read all names in ascending numerical order of those earning a 4.0 or better GPA. Sienna Pack. Please, let's use the Kirkwood clap, that single clap after each name. I should have reminded you at the beginning, I apologize. Julie Obertop, Amara Harper, Grace Buckley, William Blackmore, Rehana Niogi, Grayson Joyce, Louis Falk, Natalie Newman, William Arbanis, Leo Barton, Nathan Hopkins, Christopher Palmer, Amelia Hurley, Philip Efforts, Andrew Kruska, Katie McSwain, Grace Dinkoff, Lindsay Tomlin, Emily Sprang, Maggie Pennington, Grace Cannon, William Hibbard, Jane Lawberth, Sarah Cowan, Julietta Melkin, Lillian Burrell, Joseph Bork, Ryland Irvin, Sophia Molitor, Zoe Knight, Ellie Plore, Megan Braun, William Montgomery, Claire Guillemot, Henry Reinert, Sarah Rutherford, Genevieve Francois, Madeline Gartland, Louis Blessing, Peyton Rogg, Abigail Moshman, William Mastrantuno, William Kraft, Dulce Maria Matthews, Morgan Gindler, Abigail Sperry, Sarah Gilmore, Clayton Carringer, Julia Pitts, Grace Wacker, Megan McGee, Duncan McNeese, Molly Higgins, William Hurley, William Whitson, Zachary Bainham, Jonathan Plants, Olivia Sylvie, Cecilia Escudero, Dylan Barker, Ainsley Wade, Jaden Ostemeyer, Sarah Hickenbotham, Abigail Bogus, Catherine Butler, Kate Domian, Olivia Wilton, Madeline Pozurik, Adam Bernabo, Thomas Nauman, Kaylee McCracken, Amaya Marion, Lauren Mills, Jacob Godwin, Rowan Burba, Adara Bayanet, Lillian Van Rees, Olivia Rosenberger, Sabrina Backstrom, William Birmingham, Eleanor Stubbe, Samuel Bryan, Jacob Hicks, Catherine Hastings, Caleb Munger, Ava Bourbonis, Megan Roach, Jonathan Henry, Madison Bronfman, Zenaida Arguedas, Allison Geeding, Case Fagan, Nathan Lynn, Aaliyah Bingham, Aaliyah Swearingen, Audrey Scher, Mitchell Banks, Julia Frankel, Daniel Tobias, and Lydia Cohen. Before I congratulate these students, I want to apologize to Peyton. His way of reminding us how to say his last name is to remember frog, and so I accidentally said frog. I apologize. Congratulations to all of our 4.0 and above students. You may be seated.
Stay up, please.
At this time, we introduce our top scholastic achievers. They are each truly outstanding. With a GPA of 4.28, the salutatorians of the KHS class of 2021 are Thomas Mueller, come on up. Harry Bars, Zoe Krug, and Louis Garr. Stay up here. You can head back. It is now my honor to introduce to you the valedictorian of the KHS class of 2021 with a GPA of 4.29, Lillian Barton. I would like Mrs. Vielwald to return to the podium now and present the class of 2021 and give her class her parting comments. Ms. Vielwald?
Good evening. It's hard to believe our journey together as one is coming to an end. This is an exciting evening for our Kirkwood graduates and their families. On behalf of the class of 2021, thank you to all of the special people in their lives who have contributed to their success. As we begin tonight's celebration, I would like to personally recognize two people for their hard work, dedication, and immense love for the members of this class. These two were instrumental in doing the little things and the big things for our graduates along the way. Miss Paula Martin, our grade level secretary, and Miss Rachel Chosich, our grade level counselor. Please stand and be recognized for all that you've done for this amazing class. We could not have done it without you. Graduates, 4 years ago, we stood before you and invited you to embrace being a Kirkwood pioneer. It seems some perceived your school journeys had already been mapped out, as many had shared stories about the spirited class of 2021. And I even had a few parents give me hugs and say, "You're going to need this." When you entered the halls of Kirkwood High School, none of us knew exactly what 2021's expedition would look like, nor were we certain of the tools and resources you had in your backpacks to successfully navigate the learning paths ahead. Together as one, you showed us that you had the amazing ability to engage in formidable expeditions. You displayed a strong affinity for equity, culture, and community. You were not afraid to stretch yourselves and forge through new experiences. We envy your resourcefulness and hardiness. Simply stated, 2021 consistently exhibited true characteristics of a pioneer: determination, perseverance, and resilience. These characteristics were modeled time and time again over the past 4 years. With great excitement, vitality, and yes, spirit, you dared to blaze new trails. As Kirkwood pioneers, you charted unexplored unexplored territories to create what poet Mickey Scoppy Jones refers to as a brave space. A brave space for yourselves, the class of 2021 as a whole, and Kirkwood's posterity. You made it your responsibility to examine your past experiences in order to learn from them as guidance to explore these new routes, to travel roads not previously traveled, and you welcomed opportunities to act as resources for each other in order to grow together. As you climbed the high school mountains leading to graduation, you witnessed and celebrated pivotal moments along the way. One of nature's most amazing sights occurred, the total eclipse. The St. Louis Blues won the Stanley Cup, and KHS experienced a first-time state championship, just to share a few. You amplified voices that fight to be heard elsewhere, advocating for and assembling to create social change. And you tackled arduous obstacles. Who would have imagined a pandemic? You experienced wounds and may even carry scars. Some of you have lost family members during this 4-year journey. And as a class, we lost 2 classmates. Lydia and Jason will forever be remembered in our hearts. All the while, together as pioneers in this brave space, the brave space you have cultivated, you circled the wagons, found strength, turned down the volume of the outside world, and walked side by side to call each other to more truth and love. Class of 2021, you have proven that journeys and spaces are not always as foreseen, and a preconceived destination is not always the outcome, but in fact, a journey is all about the climb. Together as one, you have proven that the spirit in the class of 2021 is transformative, making change and creating brave spaces that will be forever remembered at Kirkwood High School. You have shown us you are ready for future paths, climbs, and explorations. As you embark on your new next adventures, embrace that 2021 spirit. Chart new journeys that grow your impact. And always remember, once a pioneer, always a pioneer. President of the board, Mrs. Andrews, as grade level principal of the class of 2021, I certify that the students before you have met all the requirements of the Board of Education of the Kirkwood School District and the Department of Secondary Education of the state of Missouri in order that they may receive the diploma tonight from Kirkwood High School for 2020-2021.
Thank you, Mrs. Viawald. On behalf of the Kirkwood Board of Education, I welcome all students, parents, and friends. It's wonderful to see so many of you here today. As president of the Kirkwood Board of Education, I accept the students before me as having completed the requirements for the Kirkwood High School diploma. And according to the authority given to me under the policies of the Kirkwood Board of Education and the state of Missouri, I will grant the title of graduate as each member crosses this stage.
It took me a while to find the words that we're going to start. We will now present the diplomas to each individual graduate. Graduates, please rise and get ready.
Help me with some water at some point. I haven't had. Where are the cards? Joseph Michael Bernard Burke. Anna Claire DeMarco. John Elisha Adams. Anna Catherine Adelman. Mary Tedessa Absolo. Walter Devante Allen. Paula Alvarado Chavez. Christopher Trayvon Amison. Blaine Jeffrey Anderson. Lily Grace Anderson. Michael Charles Anderson. Thank you. I have to rearrange this. Jade S. Antazana. William Michael Arbanis. Where's my person on this side? Senaira Arguedas. Okay. Brendan Michael Arnold Gill. Eric Edward Atkinson. Sabrina Elise Bagstrom. Ruby Elise Bailey. Shane Alexander Bailey. Mitchell Calvin Banks. Dylan C. Barker. Harry Bars. Taylor Marie Bartleson. Lillian Genevieve Barton. Leo J. Barton. Tucker Harrison Edward Bass. Abigail Taylor Bogus. Zachary Salvador Bainham. Caroline Rose Tepe. Jacob Raymond Beasley. Grace McLemore Beaumont. Thank you. Claire Suzanne Beck. Tara Christine Bedell. Kaylee Elizabeth Bendoff. Owen William Bennett. Adam James Bernabo. Luke Matthew Burnson. Elise Nicole Berry. Anna Elizabeth Bessler. Catherine Elizabeth Batag. Amanda M. Betts. Adera Berhe Beyene. Aaliyah Ray Bingham. William D. Birmingham. Madison Ann Black. William Warner Blackmore. Louis M. K. Blessing. Josiah M. Bond. Ava Irene Borbonis. Peyton Michael Boyd. Tyson Daniel Boyd. Megan Elizabeth Braun. Christopher Michael Broderson. Madison A. Bromfman. Carly F. Brooks. Landry T. Brown. Jocelyn Julia Wyatt Bruce.
Landry, what's up? Yes.
Yeah, straight on.
My boy.
Samuel Bryan. Grace Gail Buckley. Rowan Eloise Burba. Dylan Burgett. Cheyenne Charity Burnett. Dylan J. Burris. John Frederick Young Bush. Catherine Grace Butler. Jack B. Butler. Elizabeth Helen Button. Joseph Sterling Button. Olivia Francis Button. Malaki D. Cage. You didn't give me didn't send me a note. Malachi D. Cage. Kelly R. Calkins. Grace Evelyn Cannon. Romeo Alexander Cantrell. Clayton Lewis Carringer. Leighton H. Carpenter. Isabel Faith Carter. Charles Stephen Carver. Millicent Rain Cashat. Avery Lynn Chase. Samantha Alice Cleary. Shane Thomas Clyde. Gus Frederick Cochran. Jessica Lynn Cohen. Lydia J. Cohen. Alexander D. Connors. William Knox Cooper. Devin Thomas Corley. Maximiliano John Coronado. Gavin V. Corral. Sarah Lynn Cowan. Samuel David Crozier. Grant Maxwell Culbertson. Jasmine Sky Curia. Joseph Henry Doms. Elisha Daniel. Luke Michael Daniels. Sophia G. Dana. Sebastian Davies Sigmund. Madeline Blake Davis. Carson R. Day. Ronald D. Day. Lily Diane. Abigail DeClue. Ari Yasuo Decoder. Grace C. Dankoff. Joseph Samuel Diamond. Reese Jolie Dick. Adam Stephen Dickinson. Nathan G. Diebold. Catherine Rose Domian. Kane D. Drummond. Anna M. Dubord. Emma Kathleen Ely. Cameron Elizabeth Ely. Laura Christine Eberly. Alicia R. Edwards. Philip Jerome Efforts. Devin Elderat. Paige Leanne Emerson. Devin McKenna Irvin. Cecilia Maria Escudero. Case Peterson Fagan. Emma Christine Carol Fignani. Hannah G. Fales. Louis Strever Falk. Liam Booker Farrelly. Benjamin Mark Feinberg. Natalie G. Ferber. Brian O. Ferris. Kira Elizabeth Finley. Ava Triana Van Flores. Jackson Maxwell Fortner. Genevieve Marie Francois. Bridget Rose Frankie. Julia Ann Frankel. Emily P. Fry. Madison Ann Fryer. Sean M. Fusner. Jack Pierce Gale. Zach Garavaglia. Joshua Franklin Gardner. Louis Timothy Garr. Madeline May Gartland. Allison E. Geeting. Ava Anuhea Lillian Geiger. Eva Annalise Giannino. Iris Gillum. Sarah Bridget Gilmore. James A. Gilmore. Haley V. Gilster. Morgan Ashley Gindler. Nicholas A. Giannacchio. Jacob Adam Godwin. Gabriel Kevin Gollinghorst. David Joseph Gordon. Avery Carol Graybaugh. Jalen Amaya Green. Claire Suzanne Helen Guillemot. Leonard Charles Harder. Campbell Jean Haley. Luke Aaron Hamlin. Phoebe E. Hammond. Michael J. Guilfoy. Jackson D. Harms. Amara Andrea Harper. Janiyah Marche Harris. Jackson Andrew Harrison. Emily M. Hartfelder. Emma R. Hartigan. Catherine E. Hastings. Tia N. Hawkins. Sophia K. Hayes. Seamus Q. Heaney. Jonathan Christopher Henry. Wesley Jamal Henry. Haley Lynn Hearn. Matthew Riley Flowers Hensley. Carson Lee Herr. Zachary Seaver Hetledge. William F. Hibbard. Sarah Grace Hickenbotham. Jacob M. Hicks. Molly L. Higgins. Sharon Hodge II. Riley Abigail Hogan. Nathan Thomas Hopkins. Paige Marie Howell. Grace Abbott Huber. Jack Andrew Hudson. August J. Huseman. Alexander Michael Hughes. Daniel Curtis Humphrey. Amelia Gabrielle Hurley. William Hurley.
Maxwell W. Hutchison. Ryland Jefferson Irvin. Gerald A. Jackson Jr. Zaria Renee Jackson. Daniel Marshall Jensen. Cole C. Johnson. Savannah R. Johnson. Caroline E. Jones. Caleb Lee Jones. Nathan P. Jones. Emmett Patrick Juckum. Jack Harrison Julian. Kendall Marie Keller. Noah Jacob Kelsch. Devin K. Keys. Robert B. Kilcoyne Ball. Hallie Rose Klopfenstein. Zoe Jean Knight. Corinthian Christopher Koger. Charles Franklin Koob. William C. Kraft. Olivia G. Kramer. Sophia H. Kramer. Zoe Marie Krug. And Andrew John Kruska.
Card to you? Yeah. Sounds good.
Halfway there. How about a round of applause for the first half? And how about a round of applause for Mr. McCarthy? Tough job doing that. Thank you, Mr. McCarthy.
Noah R. Langdon. Jane Lawberth. Michael D. Lay. Solomon John Leach. Grayson Chase Lechner. William H. Lee. Ellie Ann Lachey. Jacob Riley Limpert. Nathan Michael Lynn. Andrew P. Lindquist. Matthew G. Linares. Jacob Riley Lobdell. Taylor Jane Lossy. Kelsey Angelica Loving. Noah A. Williams. Riley James Lukedemeyer. James C. Luke. Gregory Roy Luther. Nathaniel Jack Luther. Summer Carissa Lyons. Mackay L. Macklin. Colin Scott Magruder. Grace Olivia Mannion. Amaya Monet Marion. Avery D. Martine. Abigail J. Moshman. William M. Mastrantuno. Jack Edward Matashek. Dulce Maria Jose Matthews. Nicole E. Mayer. Kaya Elizabeth McCardle. Gavin M. McCarthy. Kaylee Alexa McCracken. Kevon L. McCauley. Elijah Drew McDowell. Megan Caroline McGee. Oleg McGinnis. Jennifer E. McLaughlin. Duncan Everett McNeese. Joshua F. McReynolds. Kathleen Elizabeth McSwain. Brock Alexander Myborg. Rory Caitlin Meister. Julietta Melkin. Silvana Sophia Mestres. Alexander Jonathan Miller. Lauren B. Mills. Amanda Page Mobley. Sarah Joy Molitor. Sophia Katie Molitor. Anthony Leandre Monroe. William C. Montgomery. Catherine M. Moore. Devin M. Morgan. Thaddeus Joel Morgan. Quincy E. Mossbleck. Isabel L. Mostek. Nahala L. Mueller. Thomas Simon Miller. Caleb Thomas Munger. Leah Yeshen Munir. Tobias Rule Munson. Anaya Marie Murphy. Colin Thomas Murphy. Omar Musimich. Andrew James Myers. Lillian Jane Nash. Thomas Alexander Nauman. KHS Athletic Director Corey Neslage will now present the diploma to his son. Canon William Neslage. Parker A. New. Maximilian C. Ninewriter. Natalie Grace Newman. Rehana West Niyogi. James Elliott Notrika. Lillian K. Nunes. William J. O'Keefe. Finian E. O'Mani. Julie E. Obertop. Jaden X. Ostermeyer. Mason Randall Overall. Sienna Laughlin Pack. Christopher Stephen Palmer. Riley May Palmer. Theodore James Paradise. Ariana E. Parker. Gavin L. Parson. Maria Nicole Paul. Ella Grace Pearl. Jeremy Andre Penn. Lauren Maggie Pennington. Catherine Jean Peters. Jason Petty. Keegan J. Pfeiffer. Jalen A. Phipps. Alexander Philip Piskulik. Julia Grace Pitts. Jonathan T. Plants. Ellie Michael Plore. Cole Forrest Polite. McKinley Sutton Reed. Sydney A. Ponces. Jason Robert Poole. Caden Potter. Dallas R. Powell. Madeline Barbara Poserick. Dawn E. Quello. Charles Francis Quinlan. Corianza Nataya Ramey. Anna Lise Rawlings. Abigail Louise Raymond. Anderson Michael Raymond. Sarah Renee Rutherford. Luke R. Reddick. Madeline Nicole Rakop. Henry Reinert. Alyssa J. Richardson. Ava R. Risch. Benjamin Harold Reeves. Andrew Nigel Robinson. Megan Amanda Roach. Elise Catherine Retger. Peyton M.H. Rogg. Christian Elliott Roldan. Olivia Ann Rosenberger. Samantha Elizabeth Roth. Audrey Ray Schur. Nathan Schlock. Leah Marie Shuck. Emma Ann Schreiber. Isabella Marie Schreiber. Jeremy Schwab Schmidt. Isabella R. Schwent. Stella A. Scott. Blake Kane Seifert. Benjamin Alden Schaefer. Lydia G. Sheehan. Is Silva. Olivia Pirachakos Silvi. Julian E. Simmons. Bryce Simpson. Jeannie Marie Smith. Rayvon Shamar Smith. Sophia Rebecca Smith. Eric William Siddeley. Joanna E. Spanos. Cameron Clark Specht. Abigail Marie Sperry. Emily Nicole Sprang. Grace Springer. Justin Allen St. Omer. John P. Stanzak. Krista Paulina Steele. Taja Camille Steffens. Eleanor Lee Stubbe. Sydney Stevenson. Charles Hush Stewart. And now, former Kirkwood School District Board member Andy Stewart will present the diploma to his son, Dylan Stewart. Mats A. Stewart. Gwyneth Lena Strohs. Hugh D. Struthers. Claire Elizabeth Sullivan. Maxwell D. Super. Aaliyah Jane Swearingen. Madeline Elise Sweeney. Amna Syed. Jack S. Talbot. Dembari J. Tanay. Catherine Elizabeth Taylor. Reagan Beiser Taylor. Connor D. Thomas. Kewan Thompson. Royce Lee Tillman. Brendan William Tilley. Keon A. Tyndall. Aloysius Jermel Titsworth. Daniel John Tobias. Lindsay Jane Tomlin. Lillian Van Rees. Nathaniel Newton Vaughn. Jenny Abigail Vasquez. Natalie Ruby Velasquez. Lillian G. Verrill. Ashton D. Vincent. Thomas Joseph Vitt. Grace Marie Wacker. Retired KHS Principal Mike Wade will now present the diploma to his daughter, Ainsley Elizabeth Wade. Nicholas Patrick Walker. Alexandra T. Wallingsford. Thomas Mullally Watts. Asher R. Weinberg. Zachary T. Welch. Ryan Thomas Wellman. Carson John Welsh. Winter Lestar White Banks. William Tanner Whitson. Ian White Whitaker. Liam Aaron Wilfong. Akasha Star Williams. Haley R. Williams. Jamal Williams. Catherine E. Williams. Fiona Kathleen Wilton. Olivia Grace Wilton. James D. Winklehawk. Cole B. Whitty. Aubrey Danae Wooten. Gavin Everett Wooten. Dominic A. Yaley. Zoe C. Zimmerman. And Harrison T. Zuniga. Thank you.
We'd also like to take this time to recognize a few of our students who shared with us that they would be joining us virtually. Luis Aquino, Cody Bordelot, Daniel Cage, Louis Epstein, Grayson Joyce, Cardwin O'Connell, Alexis Shaw, Haley Taylor Sanders, and Alex Watkins. Congratulations.
And thank you to Lucas Ravenscraft. Thank you, Lucas. I'm going to turn my back on you. I'm sorry. This is their time. We're on this one. Couple housekeeping things. At one point, you're going to possibly, if you choose, throw your cap up. Don't look up. Just telling you. So, you can if you want. Not look up, throw your cap. All right, next, don't do it yet. We're gonna turn our tassels to the left and become official alumni. Then we're going to sing the alma mater, and then we're gonna have a procession on the way out. And here's the most important thing. All of this is for nothing unless you do this. There is a packet with your name on the field up top. If you don't get that, you don't get a diploma. Open up that red diploma cover, there's nothing in it. All right, everybody stand up. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2021, move your tassels. Alma mater, one last time, all together, alma mater, here we go. Everybody stand, alma mater words are in the program. Louder, let's go, last time.
Well, first thing I would say is thank you. Thank you for everything that you've done for over the past 4 years for sure, and the last 12 years for a lot of you, 13 years for a lot of you. We enjoyed every second of it. We're going to miss you, and we thank you. And we know it was tough. We know that last year was tough. We know that this year was tough. But the biggest thank you possible, because you rose to the occasion. You fought through all the pandemic, and you stayed together as a class. So thank you, and good luck to each and every one of you.
My suggestion to all of the class of 2021 is to focus on the steps before you, in front of you. Don't concentrate on the staircase. Small steps each day will lend itself to great results. The class of 2021 has often been characterized as the most spirited class we've ever had at Kirkwood High School. And with that, the saying goes that you never take the spirit out of a child. I don't want any of you to let anyone squash your spirit, because those who have spirit are those who make change in the world. So go and be the change.
I would say first, I'd like to say thank you to the entire class of 2021 for all of the amazing memories we've created over the course of the 4 years at KHS. And I would say one of the things I'd like you to do is just go out in life and have some great adventures, and keep working hard. That work ethic goes so much further than anything else in life. My other piece of advice is spend time in nature. I think that's one of the healthiest things you can do. Reach out to others when you need it. And you always have a place to call home when you come back. So go out and do awesome things, but you know you have a home at KHS.